positive. I've seen some projections. Some people are saying that 2010, from an economic point of view, will be better than 2009, and then the World Cup will actually push a lot harder in raising sort of advertising expenditure. So I've seen a low number from 5 to 10% growth in specifically television spend, and then I've seen a more optimistic one of sort of 7 to 12% growth. I think the challenge, though, for 2010 is that, you know, there are a large number of companies who have invested quite heavily in just having rights to the World Cup, and what you will see these companies trying to leverage that investment, because if they don't leverage it, basically they've wasted their money. And I've seen figures where a sponsorship might cost you 100, you would have to spend 300 in order to activate what that sponsorship is and the potential of that sponsorship. So sort of 1 in 3, so 1 to 3. What that would mean is that I would expect, like in other markets, that the sponsors actually start dominating the media rather than the non-sponsors. And I think you would see a drop-off of non-sponsor advertisers over the World Cup because of the competing for share of voice. Very difficult to cut through, huge investment from these global players into this event. But what will also happen is that you generally also see a very sharp drop-off after the World Cup as well, and that's also a big challenge. So it's, as a business, trying to manage how you go to actually take that increased revenue, and then when it just disappears is a significant challenge. You know, advertising is a reflection of economic conditions. No marketer is going to spend money that they don't have, and if everybody's money is going down, they're going to spend less. So obviously the recession is huge. I saw some statistics from the Bureau of Economic Research where they talk about a 2.5% growth in GDP in 2010 forecasted, which is not very low growth when you consider what, you know, if we are going to create jobs, which therefore create tax income, which therefore create more consumer spend and more consumer confidence, we have to grow a hell of a lot faster than that. So the recession is fundamental to that investment into advertising, whether it's sales generated activity or even brand building activity. I wouldn't say I'm negative about 2010, but I have a very conservative view on 2010, and I'm not going to be over-promising my shareholders on how much we'll grow next year.
I find more excitement on the continent about 2010 coming. Everybody you talk to is excited about 2010. Africa World Cup, it's coming. Obviously Nigeria qualifying last night, or this weekend rather, was a huge thing. And the guys are coming down here, so there's definitely more excitement happening on the continent. In terms of ad spend, look, I know that South Africa's taken a dip, but it's really hard to say whether you've taken a dip in Africa itself. The economies are growing, and yeah, I think that they're actually well poised for 2010. There's a lot of business on the go. More and more companies are looking towards Africa as an opportunity. You know, they're looking away from their traditional markets towards the continent. And yeah, I think the economies are doing well. The ad spends are doing fine, and probably better positioned than we are here.